Hey 8th graders, it's Miss Crawford, and I'm going to show you guys today how to build an electromagnet. So this is mainly for the DLI kids because A and B cohort, you guys will be doing this at home. However, if you are absent today, you guys will be watching this video as well. So we've been studying magnetism. Okay, so this is a typical bar magnet. And as you guys have discovered by now that magnets are able to either attract or repel other magnets, but they can also attract non-magnetic material like these paper clips here. So you can see that I can pick up paper clips with this magnet. One cool thing about magnetism too is because of the magnetic fields that surround this magnet, you guys can make temporary magnets. So you can see that none of these paper clips are actually hooked together, but they're attracting other paper clips because the magnetic field of this magnet has created a temporary magnet out of some of these paper clips. So this guy right here is acting as a magnet to this paper clip, okay? We also know that a magnet could attract certain things like this nail, okay? But this nail itself is not a magnet, okay? It is not attracting any of these paper clips, okay? It is a magnetic material because it can be attracted by a magnet, okay? But in and of itself, it is not a magnet, okay? Basically, what you guys have read is an electromagnet is when we take a magnetic material like this nail that isn't normally a magnet, and we can turn it into a magnet. So a lot of times this year, or this unit, I've talked about how electrical fields and magnetic fields are practically the same thing, okay? There are some differences, and if you guys read that article about painting with static electricity, you learned a little bit about how a magnetic field is similar to an electric field and how it is different from an electric field. Today we're going to kind of use those two concepts together to turn this ordinary nail into a magnet. So again, not magnetic, okay? So we are going to use electricity to make this nail into a magnet. So how you create an electromagnet is I have this special magnetic wire. Really, you could use any wire, but most wires have a really thick insulation on it that make it hard for the electric fields to come outside of the wire. And that's good for things that should be insulated, like wiring in your house, okay, for your electricity. But for an electromagnet, we need something that's a little bit more exposed. So we strictly have this magnetic wire. It's copper wire with this special paint on it. So the paint acts as an insulator. And so you can see on the end where I don't want that insulation, I've scraped the red paint off and it's exposed copper. Okay, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna connect this to the battery and a current is gonna flow through this wire and then it's gonna go all around these coils that are wrapped around this nail. And again, remember the nail is not magnetic itself, but once that current starts flowing, we're gonna see where an electric field and a magnetic field are similar. Because of that electric field, this nail is going to become magnetic. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my battery. This gets super hot if you guys are doing this in class or if you've ever done this before. So now that it is attached, I'm going to go ahead and see that I can pick up paper clips. Okay, it looks like it, but none of these are attached to each other. Okay, they are magnetized. Okay, so the second I disconnect that and pull a wire out, okay, we keep our magnetism for a little bit. It remains a temporary magnet, but eventually once our wire is disconnected, that magnetism goes away. Okay, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Obviously watch the video on how you finish the rest of the lab, but I just wanted to show you guys how to build an electromagnet.